Morning, welcome to the most perfect late winter's morning. It's just gone 8 o'clock. It's about 2 degrees. Fog's just lifting. So, another month, another week, and we've got flooding again. So we're at Torksey, one Torksey Viaduct. That old favourite Torksey Viaduct. So in this part of the world, in Lincolnshire, we've had months of on and off incessant rain. This week we've had 2 days of pretty much non-stop rain. This is a result. Once again, the river's flooded. River Trent. I say it's just gone 8 o'clock and it's not high tide yet until about 9:30. So as well as all the water coming in from all the other rivers and catchment areas, we've got a high tide coming. So what we've got now is only going to get worse. So if you're not familiar with the area, that's looking back towards Gainsborough. Got West Burton Power Station just in the distance, and then what's left of Cotton Power Station, which is currently getting demolished, and part of it got blown up the other day. We started in Gainsborough. It was too foggy to film, to be fair. So we're starting at Torksey, and we're going to head upstream and see what it's like in the villages. You can see down here. To be honest with you, it looks as bad as what it did the first week of January after Storm Henk. But we've not had any named storms this week, but it's just been persistent rain. And obviously couple that with a big tide. I would say that this is as high, if not a little bit higher, than what it was at the start of the year after Storm Henk, when we had really bad floods in this area. I say it's only going to get higher in the coming hours. It's not going to give any rain, but I think now it's the tides. It's the tides that's going to cause a problem. So there's a gate for the footpath just down there. You'd walk along that way. But we're going to jump over this fence and have a wander. It's not actually as high as I thought it was, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still in flood. But at the start of the year, when we had the bad floods in this area, you couldn't walk down this bit. You know, all this area was flooded. But it's not going to take much. It's just starting. It's just starting to come over now. As I said, high tide's not for another hour or so, so the actual tide water will be coming in. So in theory, it should be coming up now. But it is an absolutely beautiful morning. Not a breath of wind. It's a couple of degrees, sun's out. It was foggy up until half an hour ago, but that soon burnt off. And it's not raining for the first time in 137 years. Cotton Power Station in the distance. Looks very different now. As part of it the boiler house got demolished, blown up on Thursday morning, and those towers will be gone next year. It'd be strange not seeing that on the in the landscape. Anyway, so we made our way down to Dunham Bridge. That was a car park. It's definitely not as high as what it was a few months ago, because obviously Dunham Bridge, if you don't know, was shut because it was all flooded. This was all underwater back and around the back of them toll booths. But I think this morning, I checked the flood warnings this morning. Dunham Village is actually on red warning again, so I think they're expecting a bit more water, I think. Fledborough Viaduct. We've got North Clifton and South Clifton. It's about a foot, I'd say a foot and a half or so from coming over the bank down here. And there may be a little bit less in places, but it's certainly nowhere near as bad as what it was. You can actually see the tide mark of crap from in this field, from where it was flooded about 6 weeks ago. So obviously it's all flooded this. So even though this bit was maybe 4 or 5 foot high. It's definitely still flooding this area, because where the line of trees is a flood bank, and you can see it. It's still coming over. Looking over towards Fledborough. Cotton Power Station in the distance. Yeah. Here we are at Besthorpe, in between Girton and Collingham. A bit of promotion for our fishing club. It's absolutely ripping through here. It comes round. There's a bit of an S-bend. It comes round a bend here, and it's coming off that bend. It's coming around here so quick, even in the margins. Powerful. So high tide has been and gone. What are we on now? The high tide's passed by about a quarter of an hour, but I'm guessing there'll still be plenty of water coming in from all the rain. Can't believe how fast this is going. I don't know if we can pick that up properly. Standard bit of driftwood making its way down. And if you fall in here, you're not getting out anytime soon, that's a fact. And I'm guessing, looking at some of the scum and shit that's on the inside of here, that them arseholes have been pumping sewage into this fucking river again. Looking at some of that. That sort of foamy brown. Fucking disgusting. So we've made our way down to Torksey Lock, Torksey Viaduct. And this bit, obviously the river comes around that way, and then it feeds in to the start of the Fosdyke navigation, and onwards onto Lincoln. Now, when I checked this morning, Torksey was actually on red flood warning. I don't know whether that's still relevant, but it's very high. It's only a foot away from coming over. I don't know if that's flood water from the river or if that's just from all the rain we've had, but that caravan park across the way, that did get flooded, fully flooded, at the beginning of January. This bit's called the Torksey Arm. The boat moorings. The swans are loving it. This pump's certainly ending its morning this morning. It's pumping. There is a drainage dike. I'm guessing it comes, I'm not actually sure, it comes from that way, so I don't know whether it goes starts going underground, under this bit, or whether that's just pumping that out, I'm not sure, but you can see where it's pumping it in, so it's pumping it through that pipe straight on here, into there where it's all boiling up. Yeah, it's not too far from coming over at all. Obviously we've got another high tide later on tonight, so I don't know. Might not be as bad as last time, as the other week. So that's another pumping house there. And you can just see where it's pumping it in. There's Torksey Bridge and Torksey Lock. Obviously through them lock gates. There's a Fosdyke Canal. It takes you down towards Lincoln. Saxelby and Lincoln.